The tiny cylinders next to each engine valve in your car are called hydraulic tappets or valve lifters, and they help keep your engine operating smoothly and silently. The lifter will eventually wear out and make a ticking or tapping sound, especially if the oil is dirty or there is not enough of it. If you disregard this noise or other indications that your lifter is malfunctioning, the issue may get worse and endanger your car seriously. I've compiled a list of bad lifter symptoms you should never ignore to help you avoid the costly consequences of ignoring a faulty hydraulic lifter. But just before we start, please make sure you've subscribed to the channel. Sticky lifters. A sticky lifter does not rise and fall, rather, it remains collapsed. The system can't keep the oil pressure constant if the lifter isn't moving. Additionally, it will cause more noise as the lifter's internal components hammer against one another. Misfires. Air and fuel cannot mix and burn in a cylinder with a malfunctioning lifter. That causes misfiring of the cylinders, which slows down acceleration. Check engine light. Your vehicle's check engine light will illuminate as the issue worsens. After that, you can identify the issue by looking up the specified error code. More RPM causes more noise. Accelerating to a higher RPM will make the lifter noise louder and more frequent due to the malfunctioning parts. Dead cylinder, the pushrod will bend and fall out of space due to the broken lifter. That results in a dead cylinder, which may shatter rocker arms, valves, or even the engine as a whole. Replacement cost. Because there are so many variables involved, replacing an engine lifter is not as simple as it seems. Indeed, obtaining a replacement cost estimate is fairly simple if you decide to replace just the damaged lifter. However, it's a good idea to just replace them all because, similar to spark plugs, if one breaks, the others probably won't be far behind. A lifter itself can cost anywhere between $5 and $30. However, depending on the engine, that can change significantly if you're replacing every lifter in it. In most cases, each valve has 2 lifters. This implies that you might have to replace 2 lifters, 32 lifters, or a combination of them. It can get pretty pricey when you factor in the cost of gaskets, bolts, and other components. Buying a complete lifter replacement kit is an alternative. An aftermarket kit will generally be less expensive than buying individual OEM parts from a dealership, but quality is still an important factor to take into account. The cost of labor won't be minimal either. Again, this could take 3 hours, 10 hours, or even longer depending on the engine. If you assume an average labor rate of $100 per hour, your labor costs will come to between $300 and $1,000. It's challenging to provide an average cost when discussing the entire replacement cost, parts plus labor. For instance, you should budget between $10 to $2,000 for a standard V8 engine with 16 lifters, depending on the part's quality and whether you choose to work with a dealership or an independent mechanic. Purchasing reconditioned lifters rather than new ones could save you some money, but doing so is usually not advised because labor costs will remain the same. Hope the information was helpful for you. If so, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel.